I know it's been a long time, like a long time. I know. You know? I know. I know. Whatever. I'm Gisell. I am from New York City. I am a makeup artist. I am also a creative director, and I am also a beauty coordinator. I know. Last time we talked, hold up, let these sirens go. Last time we talked, I was only a makeup artist. I know a lot has happened, a lot has evolved, a lot has happened. I repeat that, a lot has happened. But yeah, created this easy glowy, not glowy, I'm sorry, this easy bronzy makeup look. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So I kind of want to do this video a little different. I feel like, me personally, watching YouTube videos, sometimes I get bored of makeup artists just talking about like makeup, you know, and I feel like the interesting ones are always the ones that have like a story or like some type of conversation is going on. So I want to switch my channel to that. So yeah, I'm gonna switch off to like having more conversations with you guys and talking about like things rather than just naming all these products and like going step by step on like what to do. I'm pretty sure you guys watched a bunch of them already if you're watching me right now. Let's talk about me. I'm sorry, I know it's let's talk about me, like, yeah, this channel is about me. That's so funny. All right, so I'm just gonna answer a few questions or just talk about how I got into the industry that I do, or how I even came or like wanted to be a makeup artist and like, you know, beauty coordinator, creative director. It's a common question that I get a lot, actually. Especially dealing with clients, you know, every time that I have a new client, they're always like, oh, how did you start doing makeup? How did you get into it? So now I'm gonna let you guys know how I got into it and how everything started, because it did not start one day to another. It took time. So where do I start? I'm actually gonna make 2 years on Tuesday. Well, today's Monday. Well, tomorrow is my 2-year anniversary for my makeup. And since I started taking in clients, since I started taking this serious, I guess. But yeah, so I actually started my business during pandemic. Let me give you the backstory before I even came across becoming a makeup artist. So in reality, believe it or not, being a makeup artist was not in my list of things that I wanted to do in the future. I thought I wanted to be a doctor, literally, like since I was in high school, since I could remember. I had my whole life planned out in wanting to be this successful doctor, wanting to be this specialist cardiologist. I don't even know. I just knew I wanted to do something that had to do with science, something that had to do with helping people, because I love helping people. But yeah, so during my whole high school career, I was like, yeah, I was telling everybody I'm gonna become a doctor. My whole life is planned out. I'm gonna go to medical school. I'm gonna do everything, literally, that the book says, everything. All right, so in high school, I really thought I wanted to do that until I did a program with NYU one summer. It's called Camp Cardio. So if you're a high schooler right now and you're watching this, please stop what you're doing and search up Camp Cardio or Neuro Camp. I think it's called Neurocamp, whatever, if you want to become a doctor. So in this program, I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. It's a perfect opportunity to experience real life, I don't know, what being a doctor would feel like. So I found this program, actually, I can't remember if it was this counselor that gave it to me or I searched it up. I'm not sure. I'm not gonna say how because I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember how I came across it, but I came across it. And yeah, so I was lucky enough to get into this program for free because of my grades. I had really good grades all throughout high school, and I also wrote a letter to this, like, people that were doing like scholarships for the program. I wrote a letter and explained to them, you know, like, I come from a very low income family. I would love to be part of this program. Mind you, this program costs thousands of dollars to just go for. 1 week. Like, can you believe? Like, my family does not have $5,000 waiting around just to give me, just to do a 1 week program. Like, no, I don't have that luxury. I never did have that luxury. So yeah, I did what I had to do to get myself in this program, and I was really excited about what the program was offering. It was a 1 week program in NYU Hospital downtown by 31st Street. And yeah, it was basically a week of being taught by doctors and just being in this environment which I dreamed of being in. Like, at that time, I'm like, oh my god, like, I'm finally gonna step into these shoes and see what this life is like. Whatever. So I did the program. It was really cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was really cool. One of the coolest things that I got from the program was we actually all got certified, like CPR certified. We learned a lot about, like, my specific program was about cardiology, so we learned a lot about, like, the heart. We learned a lot about the human body. It was a really dope project. There was a lot of kids in that class. Mind you, my whole life, well, not my whole life, basically my high school times, I am pretty smart, but coming into this program and being surrounded by people who probably come from, like, wealthy families, they come from, like, you know, most of the kids in there, their family were doctors, their family, their mom was, like, they had their own practice. Like, you know, these are people that have a lot of advantages compared to me and probably have had a better education than me, you know, because of the accessibility that they had. And being in this room surrounded by these kids that obviously come from high income and everything made me feel like there was a lot of things missing in my life, as in school wise. I'm like, oh shoot, like, these kids are actually freaking smart. Like, damn, like, I thought I was smart. These kids are like 20 times smarter than me. So yeah, that's just like something that I experienced there. But it was really cool to get along with these types of people. Mind you, being in this room, there was only like 2 Hispanics in the whole, like, my department, the camp, the cardiologist side. There was literally, like, me included, 2 Hispanics. Everybody else was white. Everybody else was Asian. Everybody else was Indian. But yeah, that was kind of took me apart. I'm like, damn, like, I don't find my people. So it was kind of hard for me to fit in or whatever. But whatever. That was a really good program. At the end of the week, we did so much things. I can go in detail about it, but if you're really interested in doing this, I recommend you guys to search up Camp Cardio or Neuro Camp. There's one for the brain, one for the heart. And yeah, whatever. During this program, it made me realize that being a doctor is not what I wanted to be in the future. I'm like, oh shoot, in reality, like, after taking that program, the people and, like, all the students that are in that medical school, you know, they spoke about their experience. They spoke about the risks. They spoke about, like, all the sacrifices that you have to take when wanting to become and be in that field. And I felt like it was something that I didn't love. Like, I love the idea of being a doctor. I love the idea of being Dr. Flores. I love the idea of, like, the success behind it, but I didn't love the field. And going into that field, it's something that you need to love, because at the end of the day, you're putting time, you're putting money into a career that will become your life. So you have to be okay with sacrificing holidays, sacrificing time, sacrificing a lot of money into medical school to work and be for the people. And for those that are born into this world for that calling, that is such a beautiful thing. But I felt like, I don't know, my journey was not to be in a sad environment, because I didn't want to just be in the hospital 24/7. I didn't want to be around all this sadness. Like, I already have a lot of sadness in my life, so I just felt like it wasn't for me. And I was a little disappointed and a little, what can I say, a little like, damn, like, what am I going to do now? Like, I thought my whole life I was gonna become a doctor. So now, what path do I take? Like, I just realized that this is something I don't want to do for the rest of my life. I was probably a junior going into senior year during this time. So I'm like, damn, like what am I gonna do? College is up next real soon. I'm soon gonna start applying to colleges. What am I gonna do with my life? What am I going to do? I don't want to become a doctor because I know I will hate it in the long run. I know I'm gonna do it just for the degree, not because I love it. So now I'm in this funk and like, what am I gonna do? Whatever. Although I didn't really tell anybody about this. I kept lying to myself and telling myself that that's what I wanted to do, you know? Also, in another perspective, I wanted to make my family happy. I wanted to make them proud or whatever. So I was like, damn, like what am I gonna do? I thought I had my life figured out and now I have to start from scratch. Whatever. I still stayed on with the idea just to see where it would take me, I guess, somewhere in the science field, whatever. I graduated high school. I ended up going to John Jay College. I did 2 years at John Jay College. During that time, I was still knew I wanted to be in the science world. I still knew I wanted to do something that had to deal with helping people. So I was like, becoming a forensic psychologist sounds cool. You're learning about the human brain. You're learning about why people make certain decisions. Yeah, so at the time I was like, yeah, this is something cool. I think I'm gonna I like to help people, whatever. I was in college and then boom, pandemic came. That literally took such a toll on me, and it probably took a toll on you and took a toll on many people. Like so much things happened during that time that is just insane. So yeah, so I was in college, I was taking those classes, it was pandemic. I am not a person that could learn through online. No, I needed that in-person type of touch. I needed to interact with my professors. I needed to feel like I was part of something. So during pandemic, I felt ultimately lost. I felt like I was going to class and being in a Zoom call surrounded and full of people that didn't care what they were doing. Like I felt like the students didn't care. I felt like the teachers didn't care. I felt like nobody cared. I felt like everybody was in this like bubble where it's like the world is gonna end, so who cares? Like literally that's how I felt, because at the time there was no hope that things were gonna get better for COVID. Like it was real scary out here. Like all you kept seeing in the TV was deaths coming, like talking about this other virus, COVID something, this is and that the virus is getting worse. So imagine me, like I was in this like what the hell, like my drive to go to school, my like, mind you, I've been a straight A student since always. Like I've always been a school girl. I've always been a little nerd or whatever. So I was kind of disappointed that school was going the way it was for me, because I never imagined it to be like that. Like I said, I've always been a schoolgirl. I've always cared about my grades, always cared about being good at things. I've always cared about like being proud of myself at everything that I do. So I was a little bummed out that things weren't going out how I wanted it to be. So my grades were going down. I was super depressed because again, this is something that never happens to me. I am in full control of everything. And for some reason, like this online school thing was not working for me. And I tried a lot. Like I didn't give up. Like probably a pandemic started my second semester of being in college. I tried for a whole 2 other semesters and a whole other year to continue being in school, to continue, you know, not feeling like a failure. So, and I just kept seeing that nothing that I was doing was planning out and coming out how I wanted to be. I was in a scholarship during that time, so I did lose that scholarship due to my grades coming low. Like this is crazy. Yeah, but you know, everything happens for a reason. My grades were coming low. I was like, oh my god, like I'm about to lose a scholarship, whatever. I ended up losing the scholarship. Now I'm like, what am I gonna do? I didn't tell anybody for a long period of time, like a long period of time. Like at the time, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell my friends, mainly because I felt embarrassed. I felt like a failure. I felt like, damn, like I let myself down, I let everybody down. Everybody that knows me knows that I am a go-getter. I am a person that won't settle down on the minimum. I'm a person that wants more and beyond. If you know me personally, then you know. If you went to school with me, if you ever had a class with me, then you know how much of a competitor I am. So to me, it felt really devastating that my life wasn't going how I wanted it to be. Before I lost a scholarship, I was doing other things during that same time. Like I remember I actually wanted to I wanted to start a sunglass company. So I had started buying a lot of things online to start a sunglass company. I even had a photo shoot for this, like everything. Like it was all planned. Like I had a plan B. I'm like, okay, if school's not going well, I'm gonna do this sunglass line. And you know, I feel like I've always had an audience for sunwear. I don't know, like always had people asking me, oh my god, what glasses are those, what sunglasses are those? This is something that I could probably make money off. I was still going to school at the time. Again, this was before I got the scholarship taken away. I was doing the sunglasses thing. I didn't officially release it yet, but I did have a photo shoot. I was working a lot towards it. I was doing so much research while still going to school, doing online things. I was searching up all these vendors, searching up like what logo I wanted to do, searching up the packaging. There's a lot of research that goes into starting anything. So I was doing that while going to school at the same time. Then midway of it, I kind of felt like I wanted to do it, but something was stopping me from officially finishing everything. Like I had the glasses, I had the idea of the pouch, I had the brand, I may even made the Instagram, I did the photo shoot, but something was still not clicking. Something was still not making me happy, or not, like, I don't know, I felt like something was wrong, but I couldn't figure out what it was. Whatever. So you know, I felt like, you know, is sunglasses really what I'm meant to do? Like, is this really what my future holds? Like, is that really what I want to do in my life? Like, and honestly, at the time, I was buying these glasses wholesale from an actual, like, Alibaba and stuff. So deep down, I didn't feel proud. I'm not talking about anybody, and this is all personally. Again, personally, everybody has personal things about what they feel about anything that they do, anything that they create, anything that they own. So me personally, I didn't feel proud about the fact that I was going to sell glasses to people that were not originally my idea or my creation, because at the end of the day, I was buying these glasses wholesale. So I am not the actual designer behind this. I am just reselling. I'm sorry, in all reality, I'm just reselling a design that was created by somebody else and just putting my logo on it. And that ultimately did not make me happy. Like, I felt like long term, I wanted something me, like something that's made by me, something that's created and designed handmade by me. At the time, I didn't have the funds to hire a manufacturer company, or, like, you know, bring a design that I wanted to life. I literally just spoke myself. I didn't have the money for that. So I'm like lost again. I'm like, damn, I just did this photo shoot. I already bought the glasses. I bought like 3 styles, but one was like my favorite one. I was like, damn, like, what am I gonna do now? Again, I start in that bubble again. What am I gonna do? I already bought everything. Now I feel like a fool because, you know, I already bought everything that's needed, and I just wasted like $300 to $250, probably like $300 on everything that I needed. Now I feel like a failure all over again, and I'm still in school at the time. All right, then another bell went off. I'm like, yo, like, I've always been good at makeup. Like, I love makeup. I was always the girl in school that would come to school with her makeup done. I had probably one of the best makeups in my whole high school time. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my personal opinion. I'm sorry, that probably sounds so bitchy, but hey, I am proud to say that I am a good makeup artist. Like, I've always been really good at doing my own makeup. I'm probably wrong, and there's probably people in my high school that went to school with me who probably had better makeup than me, but I personally think I was probably one of the first girls that had good makeup on them, and I've always had an audience around that. So I was like, damn, like, you know, in high school I would always have girls, like my classmates, like compliment me on like, oh my god, your makeup looks so good. And I even had a point where some of my classmates would ask me to do their makeup for I remember senior pictures. I had like 3 girls that asked me to do their makeup. Mind you, I was not a makeup artist. I was not advertising that I'm a makeup artist, nothing, like nothing. So I did it, and you know, I charged them probably like $20, $30 the most. I didn't have any kit. I didn't own nothing. All I owned was my personal stuff. So I bought it with them, and yeah, so I'm like, yo, like during high school I've always had, and like even now that I wasn't in high school, like I still get compliments on my makeup. I always get questions on like what I'm using, what foundation, what should they buy, what concealer, like recommendations. I'm like, damn, like I've always had this audience of makeup lovers too, besides shades. So I'm like, damn, like maybe I should become a makeup artist. Maybe I should do that. And this is while still not giving up fully on the sunglasses. And then yeah, I had a lot of people that were encouraging me too. A lot of my friends were encouraging me. They were like, yes, like you should, you know, I was asking for people's approval. Sometimes you need that. Like personally, sometimes you need to hear that from other people so that you could believe and like believe yourself that you're capable of doing something. So yeah, I had a lot of my friends that were like, yes, you should definitely do it. You've always had that audience. You're so good at it too. I didn't plan this out. Like I didn't plan like this, you know, like few months thing where I'm like, okay, on this date I'm gonna start my makeup page, I'm gonna do this. No, I literally woke up one day. I'm gonna tell you the real story. So at the time I was actually living with my ex, and I literally woke up one day. I remember it was a Sunday on March 28th. I will remember this. On March 28th, on a Sunday, I was living with my boyfriend, I was living with my ex-boyfriend at the time, and I woke up that Sunday, and I literally, my ex's mom also lived there, so I literally told her like, let me do your makeup. I'm like, can I do your makeup? And she was like, yeah. So I did her makeup, and fun fact, she is a very successful business owner as well. She owns her own beauty salon, but I'm not gonna speak on that or who she is, just for privacy reasons. But yeah, so while I was doing her makeup, me and her were having various conversations, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie, she was actually a person that inspired me a lot, because I don't know, like just knowing her story on how she did what she did and how like successful she was. And you know, coming from a country that you knew, coming from a different country, coming to this country and creating a business for yourself out of scratch, just inspired me a lot. So while doing her makeup, we were conversating on like everything, and yeah, like that, after I finished her makeup, I literally was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm a makeup artist. Like, I just bodied her makeup. She loves it. She looks so good. I had a really tiny ring light, like a ring light that was probably like this big, like literally this, like this. That was my ring light. Like, it was so small, ridiculous. But hey, that's what started me. I took pictures of her. I literally made my logo in a matter of less than an hour, literally. Like, I didn't even double think about this. I just woke up, did it, next thing, all right, I actually like this, like it felt good, like okay, I'm gonna do this, like now I'm gonna do this. And yeah, like I created the page and I made the makeup, the Instagram page, I added the logo, and boom, that started it all. Literally, that started it all. That morning, that Sunday morning on March 28th of 2021 began everything. It's crazy. All right, so then after that, I started the makeup journey. I knew I needed models, so I actually gathered all of my friends, and I was telling them like, hey, come to my house. So I would go to their house. I'm like, let me do your makeup, let me practice on you. I started off with 0 followers, like everybody. Like, come to my house, let me do your makeup. I need models. All my friends are so beautiful. If you know, you know, and if you're watching this, you're a beautiful girl. But yeah, so I started gathering my friends. I was using all of my beautiful friends as models. They were all really supportive, you know. I used to have my friends sit down for 3 to 4 hours straight. Literally, like, I didn't take an hour like I do now. I would literally take 3 to 4 hours long to do makeup, and my friends sat down and literally was very patient with me. I will forever be thankful for every single person that sat down in my chair and waited for me to be done, because I know it took a long time. But yeah, so yeah, that's how I started. I would use my friends as models. I would take extremely long to do makeup because it's not an easy thing. Like, it's so much easier to do your makeup and to, like, you know, you're already used to your face. You already know what products work with you. Working with new faces is a whole different game. Like, it's learning about skin, learning about certain foundations that work with certain people. It's about learning how to be around people. It's about learning how to communicate and how to, it's so much more than just applying makeup. Like, it's really knowing the features and like being okay with anything that comes to you, because you never know what type of client you might have. You never know what type of personality you might come across with. So it's a lot of things that really go into like being a makeup artist that a lot of people don't really notice unless you are a makeup artist, then you would understand. So yeah, like I would practice a lot, and I kid you not, I started my makeup on March 28th and I got my first paid client on April 1st. Tell me how crazy that is. Like, I was even in shock, and I'm gonna be so honest right now. Like, after I got that first client, I was like on the top of the world. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe it. Like, I just started this makeup thing like a few days ago and somebody already wants to book me. Girl, I used to charge $30 or $30 literally for a travel makeup appointment. 30 to $34, 35. I can't remember exactly. I gotta look up the price menu. I'm actually gonna post my first, I'm gonna put it right here, the first I guess pricing list, whatever, that I made up for myself, because I didn't even know how to price myself. I was so new to the game. I didn't know about no makeup artists, nothing. Like, I was so new, like scratch. Like, all I knew was all these girls that had been on YouTube. So whatever, I got my first client. I was on top of the world. I couldn't believe it, and that actually made me go even harder. Like, believe me or not, like that, believe me or not, that made me go harder, because I'm like, damn, like if I'm able to get one client after only a few posts, you know, shoot, like what else am I capable of doing? So yeah, that was a major fuel, to be honest, to what I was doing. I was happy to know that I'm able to, you know, I was able to get a client only a few days of posting that I'm a makeup artist. So that kind of, you know, boosted my ego and boosted my drive to keep on going. And then yeah, I just never gave up. I kept posting. If you knew me from the start, you know that all I talked about on my private page, my personal page, is my makeup, and to this day is still something that I talk about now. But yeah, I was literally like, you gotta use anything to your advantage to get them followers, girl. Like, I was literally manipulating people on my page, making them feel bad to follow my page. I'm like, if you follow me, and you're not following my makeup page, then please unfollow me. Like, you're a hater. Like, I would say stuff like that, because it's true. Like, you know, when you have people watching you, you know, you expect them to like support, you know. And if it's like you're always watching me, you can't support my business, so what are you really doing here? So I kind of used that tactic to get my first few followers. No, like, I'm gonna be real honest. Yeah, I used to be like, oh, if you're my friend, like, and if you don't follow my makeup page, you're a hater, or please don't follow me if you're not gonna support. Because I was in this stage where I wanted everybody to support me, and I didn't care who you were. I didn't care if you just followed me. You're not following my makeup page, why are you following me? Literally, as bitchy as that sounds, that's really how it was. And honestly, it's a growing thing, you know. I eventually stopped doing that because that's not cool and that's not nice. Because then when I would see other people do that, it would be like, damn, like, now you're forcing me to follow you. But whatever, it worked for me at the beginning, but then I stopped. But yeah, probably had over 200-300 followers, and at the around that time already, after like a month or so, I believe, that was pretty big for me, because I couldn't even believe that I would get to 200. I was like, damn, like, you know. Then that's when I really started seeing what the makeup community is really like. Like, I actually realized that, shoot, like, being a makeup artist is actually very competitive. Like, I'm a very competitive person. Like, I want to be number one at everything. Like, and I still am a very competitive person, even though I've kind of lost it a little bit. But, you know, it's a growing thing. But yeah, so after I got into the game, that's when I realized, like, shoot, there's like thousands of makeup artists in New York City. Like, oh my god. And I always did my best to try to stand out differently from everyone else. I always did my best to, I don't know, even if that was by the way I created my pricing template, or the way that I posted certain things, or the videos that I posted, I always try to be a little different than everyone else here. But yeah, and then as time went on, I got my first official photo shoot bookings, and yeah, like, everything just started growing from there. I got to meet so many people. I went through so many stages in my makeup career, and I still am going through so many stages. Like, this is something that continually keeps evolving and changing, and as you change as a person, it also, I don't know, like, just life, literally, like, I don't even know. My business is still changing. I'm still changing. I'm still growing. I'm only 22 years old. I started this when I was 20. So it was a lot of sacrifice, a lot of things, a lot of tears, a lot of everything that has gone behind all of this, literally. So it's not easy, you know. It's not easy. And if you're a makeup artist, or even if you're not a makeup artist, if you're a business owner and you've been doing this for a while, you know that owning any business is not easy at all. It's not easy, because on top of that, you have to deal with life, you have to deal with everything else that comes your way. So if you're a business owner out there, and you're still going, and you're still going 100 at it, while life is going at you, while breakups, while losing friendships, while losing family members, while all of this is happening, and you still haven't given up, go ahead and tap yourself and give yourself a hug. Because girl, and or guy, if you're watching this, you know it's not easy to keep going when shit is happening to you. Literally, trust me. Like, a lot has happened to me, and I'm pretty sure a lot has happened to you, and you should just be proud. Or even if you don't own a business and you're doing something that you've been doing, if you're doing something for yourself that you call your own, and you've been doing this for a while and you haven't gave up, like, be really proud of yourself. Because it's so easy to give up when shit gets tough. It's so easy to give up when life is coming at you and you're still in between being a young adult and wanting to release old habits to become a much mature version of yourself. Trust me, it's something that I battle with even to this day. So just know that you're not alone. We all go through it. I try to remind myself as much as I can about that, you know, that I'm not the only person that has to struggle through this. You know, there's millions of young adults out there struggling with the same thing, fighting with their old habits to create better ones and to become a much better adult, you know, because this is all a learning process. But yeah, after being in this industry for 2 years, I've noticed that you have to be very kind to yourself. You have to be kind to yourself and be patient. And, you know, don't be hard on yourself when you aren't being 100%. You know, it's okay to lack sometimes, you know. It's part of nature, you know. Sometimes you need those breaks. Sometimes you need that, like, this focus, or like, I don't know, like that distraction to bring you back to your A game and remind yourself why you're even doing this to begin with. Like me, like, I question myself a lot to this day. Like, you would think that I wouldn't, right? If you're watching this, you follow me on Instagram or whatever, you know, you probably be like, oh yeah, like, I thought she had it together. No, I don't have it together. You might think I have it together, but I don't. I'm nowhere near having it together. I am trying. And that's the most important part about anything, that you are trying and you are putting some effort into becoming better, or putting some effort into, like, improving in whatever that you're doing. So don't talk yourself down, or don't make yourself feel bad because you aren't doing enough, you know. As like I said, as long as you're doing something and you're not giving up is what's important. But yeah, I've been in this industry for 2 years. I have accomplished a lot, and I have accomplished not enough, you know. If you're a person that is never satisfied, then you would understand, you know. Enough is never enough. So yeah, I've been in this industry for 2 years. I've had a lot of accomplishments, and I have a lot of things I have yet to still do. And yeah, so in these 2 years, I've been part of tons of photo shoots. I've worked with so many people. I've done weddings, I've done C16s, I've done birthday parties, I've done wedding guests, I've worked with a lot of models. I've actually had the honor to work with Miss New York USA this past year, right? Ooh, clap. Because that's something major for me. And yeah, like, you know, never in a million years when I first made the page would I ever think that I would be this far in the amount of time that I've been doing makeup for. And it's something that I have to constantly remind myself, because like I told you guys, I am a very competitor. I'm very competitive. Like, I want to be the best at everything. So it's also a good and bad thing, because sometimes you're like, wait, I feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like there's still so much to do, you know. And it's okay, you know. It's okay to feel like that. I feel like that actually makes me go harder. And for my experience, like, it makes me be like, okay, I did this now, so if I could do this in this amount of time, I could go even crazier. But yeah, back to what I've been doing. All right, I worked with Miss New York USA. Actually, this past year, I was able to do New York Fashion Week for the first time ever. Back in September, I was working for Josie Faces. Shout out to Josie Faces. They are so amazing. They are a glam team located in Washington DC. They're located in New York, LA. These people are everywhere, literally. I was also published by Bazaar magazine back in September, which is so crazy. Like, never in a million years would I ever think that I would be able to have my own makeup on Bazaar magazine. Like, that's insane. Like, that is insane to me. I was able to work for Harlem Fashion Week. I had pictures from Getty Images, like, so much great stuff. Like, and I was able to work for Miss New York USA, like, just like a lot of things that I've been able to do. And all of those things have happened to me because I work hard. Like, I manifest a lot. I envision this life, and I still envision a life that I want. And I feel like everything that I envision is coming to reality little by little. It might not happen as fast as I want to, because You know, we live in this generation where we like to compare our lives to other people. So we want to get there first. So we want to get there now, you know, which is a curse and a blessing at the same time. And yeah, so I've been able to accomplish all these things because I manifest immensely. I talk about work all the time. My life is about work. If you're my friend, you know all I talk about is makeup, or how I want to like do this, or how I want a better life. Like, that's literally what fuels my life, literally what I talk about. If you're my sibling and you're watching this video, then you know that you are sick of me talking about the future and your future and my future. I'm that type of person. Like, I am invested in the future. I live in the future. I know that's probably not good, because sometimes you gotta live in the moment to appreciate things in the moment, but I'm obsessed with the future. I'm like getting a little sick. I don't know why. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm obsessed with the future. So sorry. So yeah, manifesting has been really good for me. Also, just putting my work out there. I've done a lot of free things too, like, don't get me wrong, you have to do free things to get in the door sometimes. So don't feel ashamed if you got to do some free stuff to like get certain things, you know. It's okay, it's part of the game. You got to sacrifice those things, because you got to see it as an investment. You got to see it as an investment. Like, okay, if I do this free thing, then I'm gonna get exposure, then I'm gonna get more followers, and my post might get seen by this beauty coordinator. She's gonna love my work, then she's gonna hire me, then she's gonna book me. You gotta look at it as a connecting cycle. If you work with a person, what are you going to gain off of it? If I'm doing it for free, what am I going to gain from it? Think about what is the gain, not the losses. Yes, you might lose product, you might lose time because you're taking time out of your day to do this thing for free, but look at it as a big picture, how it could all connect, how it could all benefit you in the long run. Maybe not right now, but in the long run. So that's how I see a lot of things, and I feel like that's something that's also opened my doors up a lot, like being able and being okay with doing free things that would benefit me and are going to benefit me and have benefited me and still continue to benefit me. So look at it as that. Like, anything that you do, everything that you do, think about how it could benefit you. That's what life is about. But yeah, a lot of things have came because manifestation, doing things for free, investing into my time. I've also taken a class. I took a class by Sweets Nothings. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Her name is also Gisell. I took an online course during COVID just to learn about certain products. You know, I feel like YouTube can only teach you so much about certain products. It can only teach you so much. So I wanted to learn from an actual makeup artist what it's like to deal with clients, and that actually helped me a lot. So if you're thinking of becoming a makeup artist, you should take an online course or take some type of course so you could get a experience or just get a conversation with somebody who's already doing it, you know. But yeah, it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been an easy road. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and be like, oh yeah, like my life is so amazing and I'm so rich and I have accomplished so things because I got published on Bazaar and Goji magazine. Like, no. Life is a roller coaster. Businesses are a roller coaster, and especially a business like makeup, it's something that's not a necessity. If not, it's a luxury service. Because if it's a luxury service, it's not something that people need every day. So yeah, like I've been having jobs there and then. Like, I haven't only done makeup, you know, full time since I started. Like, I was working at various jobs. I was working at Aldo. I worked at a dealership one time. I worked at a dentist's office one time. Like, my last job that I had before doing makeup full time was I was working at a dentist's office as a receptionist. Like, you know, those people that help in the front, that, you know, when you come into the doctor, you're like, hi, I'm here, you know. They put your name down, they give you the appointment, pick up the phone calls, insurance, all that. Yeah, that was me. And I was working there for a few months, and I ended up quitting because the person that I used to work with was toxic, like disgustingly toxic, like ugh. And it was just too much going on in that place. I was unhappy, I was miserable because it just wasn't working out for me. And yeah, I ended up leaving that job a year ago, and ever since then I've been doing makeup full-time. And yeah, you know, doing makeup has actually opened up other doors for me besides just that. Being on set, being in that environment opened up to me to realize that I actually like more things than makeup. I like to bring teams together. I like to work with a lot of people. I like to connect people. I feel like I have certain visions for certain things, so I like to bring that to life. So through makeup, I realized that I actually love being creative director. I love to have an image and have the power to put a mood board together, to contact this model and to ask the photographer if they want to be part of this thing. To, I don't know, like, I love that. I love having control over sets and shoots, and I became obsessed with having that control. So yeah, I've also do a little bit of creative directing on the side whenever I can. I have worked with one of my friends who owns a car business. She owns a car rental company. You guys should check them out. They're called High Rollers. But yeah, being in this field has opened up so many doors for me. And yeah, like, I've also tested out and I've realized that I also like beauty coordinating. For the first time ever, back in December, I was able to beauty coordinate a event. Well, it was a music shoot for an artist called Groovy. It was such a last minute thing. So yeah, I ended up having 5 artists work under me. We did over 25 plus models in less than 2.5 hours. So that was cool, you know. I love being like in charge. I love being like the leader. I love to lead people. I love to, like, I don't know, that just like drives me and just fills me up so much. Like, I don't know, it just makes me happy. So yeah, through makeup I was able to open these doors, and through my work ethic and like how I am as a person, those things have been possible, you know, because it's not easy to have somebody's trust and be like, yeah, take over this project. Oh yes, I trust you to be the leader and do all of this. It's not easy. It's something that you need to show, and you show through your work, through the way you carry yourself, through the words that you say, through the things that you do, through the trust that other people have in you. So having built all this trust through different clientele and different people and different projects made these people trust me, because I have credibility under me. I have a portfolio under me. So they're like, oh shoot, so if you were able to do this and that, why can't I trust you? So yeah, so that's what I do as well. I'm also working on a big project coming up soon. And yeah, so that's basically my story, you know. I've been doing makeup for 2 years. It's a business that's ongoing. It's not an easy business. It's a business that you have to constantly invest. So if you're thinking of becoming a makeup artist, remember that it's something that doesn't die. It's something that you need to constantly keep growing, because remember, makeup is a trend. So you have to be on top of everything. You have to be on top of social media. Probably like 90 to 80% of my clientele come from social media, and the rest come from referrals. The rest come from word of mouth. Yeah, so it's not an easy field. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh yeah, being a makeup artist is the easiest thing ever. Like, everybody should become a makeup artist. No, become a makeup artist if you love the arts. Become a makeup artist if you love conversating with people, if you love connecting people. That's another thing why I love being a makeup artist too. I love meeting new people. I love coming across beautiful souls. Sorry about that. I love meeting new people. I love coming across beautiful souls. I love connecting. I feel like makeup is such a personal thing, and I just love to have my clients trust me. I love to have my clients believe that I'm gonna execute something for them that's gonna make them feel beautiful, and it's gonna achieve what they're going for, you know. So you can't become a makeup artist if you are antisocial, if you are a person that is shy. I promise you it will not work out for you, because you need to conversate with people. Like, this field is talent plus personality. Like, think about it. you're in somebody's face. If you're over here being annoying, or you're being ridiculous, or being unprofessional, or you can't hold the conversation, or you just are a very uninterested person, unlike somebody that's the complete opposite, they're gonna go for the person they feel more comfortable with. They're gonna go with the person that they feel cool with, you know? So you gotta see your clients as people that you wanna have, you wanna get liked. As bad as that sounds, you wanna be the makeup artist that they talk about to their friend. You wanna be the makeup artist that they're like, oh my God, girl, you're not gonna believe Gisell did my makeup and she was so cool. She was such a sweet person. She was so nice and she was so cool. She was not annoying. She treated me good. Like, you know, you want to be that makeup artist. I'm sorry for the noise. Like, I live in the Bronx, so you know, this place be crazy. But yeah, you know, a lot of this field comes into personality, who you are as a person. I believe that a lot of things that I've accomplished has also been due to my personality, due to the person that I am and how I carry myself, the conversations that I have. You need to learn how to code switch too. You need to learn how to have certain conversations with certain clientele. You need to learn how to be able to read people off of like body language, off of like, I don't know, I feel like that's very important. Like, that helped me a lot too. You're gonna have clients that don't want to talk, you know, so you have to get around that. Like, because there's a lot of things that go into specifics into being a makeup artist, and I'm not gonna give you all of it because, girl, it took me a long time to learn that. So if you guys want a more in-depth video on being a makeup artist and what it takes and like the pros and cons, and like, you know, let me know, comment down below, and I'll make a video for you guys specifically on that. But it's too much to say right now. But yeah, and that's pretty much it, man. It's a growing thing that I'm still not nowhere near where I want to be. Like, if you think I'm there, please stop thinking that. I am not there. Trust me, I am learning just like you. I am still learning life just like you. I am not perfect. I am far from perfect. If you think I am perfect, please erase that from your mind. I am not perfect. I am still a growing young adult, learning how to navigate life still. So yeah, okay, while I let this lash dry, have you guys noticed that I dyed my hair? No more blonde for me. You know how long I've been blonde for? I've been blonde since I was probably like 16. Probably, yeah, 16, 17, 16, 17, around that time. And I'm 22 years old now. That's a long period of time. And it feels good to be back to like dark hair, even though it's like not completely dark, but you know, I feel like a new me. I feel like, I don't know, do you guys feel the same way after you guys have a hair color for so long? You guys feel like you guys just look the same for the past 5 years? That's what I feel like. I feel like I've been looking like the same person for the past 5 years. So I was like, I can't look like this no more. I've been looking like her. Sorry, I've been looking like this person for way too long, you know? I needed some change in my life. I didn't want to cut my hair because, hell no, I love my hair. I want my hair to get longer. There's also another reason why I went dark, you know. I feel like blonde was like stopping me from my really growth potential. So, you know, all that bleach it's not good for your hair, you know. So yeah, I'm happy that I'm back to my dark hair color. Although that doesn't mean that it's over for blonde. Blonde will have a comeback. Not now. Not anytime soon. But it will have a comeback sometime in the future. Don't know when. Don't be scared to use anything. Like, I use tweezers. I use my fingers. I use everything. Because you would think that by this time, I'm like 100% a freaking expert when putting on lashes. But trust me, girl, I still struggle like you. Putting lashes on is still one of the hardest things to do. So if you like, I feel like a lot of my clients are like, oh my God, putting lashes is the hardest thing. I'm like, I know, trust me, I know, it's still one of the hardest things for me. But hey, Just take your time and then keep looking if you like it. Okay, so before I do my lips, I'm just gonna put some mascara. This is L'Oreal Lash Paradise. If you know, you know. If you don't, get on board and go buy this. It's like $12, literally. You don't need any other fancy expensive mascara. You need this. Save yourself the $24, $34 and buy yourself this. Because sometimes certain makeup products be crazy expensive. I'm all about saving my coins when I can, because life is already expensive. And especially running a business, you know it's expensive. And especially if you're an entrepreneur, you know it's expensive. And just in general, life is expensive. But yeah. So, I'm almost done. I'm just gonna do my lip liner. I am using Morphe and the color Sweet Tea. If you know me, you know Morphe liners are the GOAT. And the only lip liners you need. After you do your lip liner, I just like to smudge it a little bit. You know what I like to do sometimes too? A little bit of concealer. And I just put it in the middle. To lighten it up a little bit. Put that lip gloss on top. It just seals everything. I am gonna do a little bit of highlighter. I don't like to put too much because you know I am a matte girl. So I just put a little bit on my top of my nose, a little bit on the bridge of my nose, a little bit, like the littlest bit possible, a little bit more. If you notice, I did not fill in my eyebrows at all. I've been in this era where it's like I don't need to fill in my eyebrows. Get it? This is my hydrating mist. It's called, I don't know, I'm gonna put it in the description below. It smells so good. I don't even know what I was doing today, to be honest. I just kind of went with whatever I thought was gonna look cute. I don't know if I should add some glitter. I feel like I should, because I want to spice it up a little bit. So let's put some glitter. I'm using this ColourPop like shimmer palette, and I am going to put not too much, just like some gold glittery color. Yeah, this is the end result. I hope you guys like this makeup video. I hope you guys like today's talk. I know I did a lot of talking today. But yeah, this concludes this makeup look and this video. I wanted to film something a little bit more different than what I had before, just because I want to see what you guys like. I want to, like, you know, I don't want to be a boring channel. I want to be a diverse type of makeup, lifestyle, fashion type of YouTube channel. But yeah, I hope you guys liked today's video. Let me know what type of video you guys like. Like, let me know if you guys like when I do this like storytelling type of videos, or you guys want me to like explain, you know, step by step about how I do certain things with my makeup looks. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see next. Spring has officially started already, so I will be doing some like fun pink pastels and like, you know, all those fun colors real soon. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying. If you're still watching here to the end, thank you for staying. Thank you for your time, because I know time is valuable. And yeah, I hope you got inspired or learned something from what I said, or I don't know, laughed at anything that I said, or I don't know. thank you for watching. Thank you for staying. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. I'll be back with more videos.